That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, one of the big questions around a lot of movie fandom is where the hell is the Batman 2? I mean, didn't it come out? When did it come out? 2022? I think it was 2022. I'm terrible with dates, but we're now like 3 years since it came out.
Yeah, 2022.
2022. And, you know, here we are 3 years later, still kind of nothing really solid. Now, Matt Reeves, we've talked about this on the show, does have a bit of a reputation around town of not only being brilliant, but also being a little slow. And missing deadlines is not exactly a new thing for him. So, I mean, that happens. But there have been a number of reports going around online, and new ones just came out today, suggesting that Matt Reeves may have been struggling lately with a health issue. According to Comic Book Movie, saying a situation is even close to being a Chadwick Boseman situation. Now, somebody's health is their own private business. We're not going to sit here and dissect what his health issues are, but that's fine. I would say this. If the reports going around are true, it's like, hey, he's been struggling a bit. He's had a health issue that he's been wrestling with. Well, I'll tell you what, if the studio were just to come out and say that, or if Matt were to come out and say that, that ends all the wondering. And then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, totally get it. I mean, listen, Dennis and I went to Las Vegas once after I did a 24-hour marathon, and I got deathly sick. I missed months of movie talk. Missed months. But the audience understood. I said, hey, guys, I got sick. I'm struggling with this. Hell, I had a heart attack. I was training in Muay Thai with UFC legendary fighter James the Sandman Irvin, came out of the class, and I had 2 heart attacks in like the span of a half hour. So I missed a little bit of time at work. Guess what? Everybody understood. Everybody understood that I had a little bit of a hard time at work. Yeah, we talk about this all the time. Professional athletes. When like LeBron James isn't going to play in a game, well, they tell people he's not going to be playing a game. He's got an injury or he's got the flu. He's under the weather, whatever. They don't go deep into his personal medical issues. Well, what's his temperature right now? No, we just say, hey, he's got a health issue right now. Can't play tonight. Great. Everybody goes on. It does raise an interesting question for me, though, Rob. I got to say that even if these reports that are going around are true, which, by the way, we cannot confirm that they are. This is just something that's been whispered for a little while, and a couple of outlets have kind of started repeating those today. So we can't verify that he is or not, but let's say he was. Number one, it kind of explains everything. Oh, okay, yeah, it's taking him some time to get the Batman going. Totally understandable. But if that's true, here's a philosophical question. With the property not really being Matt Reeves' property, you know, the Batman was around a long time before you and I or Matt Reeves. And with literally thousands of production jobs of people waiting with their count, like holding off work and stuff like that, because this is going to be a movie that's going to have thousands of people working on it and millions of fans around the world. Here's a question. And I'm not saying I have an answer to it. I'm just posing the question. At some point with a property like this, that is what did the first movie make? Like $700 million?
Yeah.
This could potentially be $1 billion film. Is there an argument to be made that the studio and maybe Matt Reeves should say, you know what? I'm laid up for a bit. I want to get over this, whatever it is I've got, if he has anything at all. Get started without me. Let's bring in another writer. Let me give them my notes. And let's get work started. Let's get things going. And then in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, when I'm back up to 100%, then I'll jump back in, take the reins back over. I mean, I know the artistic part of it's like, no, Matt Reeves is the artist. Let the artist do his work. I don't disagree with that. I also don't disagree with the idea of, hey, this is bigger than Matt Reeves. Maybe they should get things started without him and then have him come back in when he's ready to do it. Anyway, Rob, number one, what do you think about the reports that are going around out there that we don't know if they're true or not, but if they were, does that kind of settle the whole thing about why we've been waiting so long? Like that answers the question, right? But then if that is the case, should maybe they look at just starting the work without him? I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think from a practical standpoint, yeah, maybe they should, but it might be contractually they can't.
they could be locked into some contractual.
But I mean, even Matt Reeves being a part of it, and saying, let's.
Yeah, I mean, if Matt Reeves was, I mean, I would say that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think you take it away from Matt Reeves if he doesn't want to.
It really does depend. And then of course there's what's happening on the DC universe side of things. Like maybe as things progress, that their plans aren't. Batman 2 doesn't seem to be in their future. I mean, I don't know what they want to do. But like you said, I think everyone really pretty much enjoyed the Batman. I know we did, and I'd love to see another one. I'd love to revisit Matt Reeves' vision of Gotham. So I hope they do it. And I really hope that he's going to be okay, because I love him as a filmmaker.
Yeah, by the way, I do want to point out that in none of these reports that we've read have I read that Matt Reeves was in any kind of danger.
Right.
Like, I've never read that anything like that. Like maybe it was serious at some point, but everything I'm just reading, and again, I cannot stand or verify the validity of these reports. I'm just telling you that I've been reading exactly what you guys have been reading. That's all. I'm not sitting here making any kind of claim to validity for those reports. But I'm saying in those reports I've read, I've never read that it was that he's in some kind of dire situation. Yeah. So I'm assuming at this point that if any of this is true, he'll be fine. That's obviously the most important thing by miles. But it's just it'll be interesting to see if they're able to get going on this soon enough. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Hungryroot. Okay, so I'm sure you guys can all relate to this. Spring hits and suddenly life goes from like 0 to 100. Busy season is officially in full swing over here. And honestly, who's got time to go grocery shopping? That's where Hungryroot comes in. See, because Hungryroot is like having your own personal shopper. I told them my goals and they started curating groceries for me that actually fit my life. Be it smoothies, snacks, salad kits, even ready to eat meals. All clean ingredients, no artificial junk. This week, I got the grilled turkey tenderloin with pesto grilled veggies, and it was amazing. And I got my usual protein-packed snacks. It's like they're learning my taste better than I even know myself. And the best part is, I don't have to waste time driving to the grocery store and wandering the aisles. That's time I can spend doing literally absolutely anything else. Guys, I love Hungryroot. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/Campea and use the code Campea. That's hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea, to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Does that kind of, if he's been kind of under the weather, that explains why we don't have Batman 2 yet. Cool.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, is there an argument to be made that maybe they could get the ball rolling without him and let him jump back in at some point? Not just for this movie, but maybe that could be a template for others as well. I don't know. I'm not saying that's a good idea or bad. I want to know what you think about it. Whatever your thoughts are, jump down to the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.